Well, everybody, this is day 9. It's after lunch, and we've just been riding these back roads out here in Montana. We are somewheres in the southwestern part of Montana. Couldn't tell you what town or wherever. Railroad track goes right here. Huh? Are you sure we're in Wyoming? I think we're in Montana. The Joliet's in Montana. We've been going up. I'm not sure. We could be in Wyoming, but we were down the road here a little ways, and there was a locomotive coming out. And we had just stopped here and stood around and stretched our legs for a few minutes on this little nice pull out here. And we went that way about 5 miles and darned if there weren't a train coming up through the tracks here. So thought it'd be a good vantage point, maybe to get a little video. Well, he's just coming into view. Not going very fast. Coal mines are about 100 miles east of here, and as you can see, they've dumped them all, so he's bringing back a whole load of empties. Well, this is the back end of it. Must be pretty close to half mile long or better. That one doesn't even sound like it's running. I'm sure it is, but not really sure. But anyway, they're all headed over to the area of Gillette. There's a whole bunch of coal mines over there. So he'll go up and drop off the empties and then hook onto a loaded train, because we went by there yesterday and there was loaded, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of loaded coal cars. So anyway, we'll continue our journey toward Joliet. Well, guys, this is day 10? 9, 10, I don't know. Anyway, we are going through Beartooth Pass. And as you can see, we're at 10,818 feet, and it's still going up. And anyway, we just let a car go by. But this is worth the drive. That's all I'm going to say. Absolutely beautiful up here. They've had a little snow this year. So anyway, I think the pass must be up here pretty close. We'll see how far it is. Speed limit's 25 on this road, and I can see why. There's some kiss your ass turns back behind us. And but it's beautiful. I can't step outside, you wouldn't be able to hear me. The wind's blowing probably 30-35 miles an hour steady, and it's 44 degrees. So, you know, stay in the cab. Cold's coming quick. We'll be back to Maine before you know it, and we won't have to worry about whether or not it's cold. It's just going to be there. Yeah, I would say this is probably the height of the pass right here. Let's see what the elevation's supposed to be. Anyway, we are at about 10,500 feet. And it's like being on top of the world. And I kind of feel like a candy ass. These old boys up here on motorcycles. Guys wearing shorts. So there's some tough people around the country. A lot tougher than me, to hell with that. And I spent enough time in the cold in my life. Anyway, I believe Yellowstone is that away. So we gotta do a little loop-de-doo here, and we're gonna come down off this mountain. We find a hot spring or something unusual, get the camera back out. So them people, they got a three-wheel, well, it's actually a regular BMW with a sidecar, and then another just BMW. That's husband and wife. They shipped their bikes to Nova Scotia or Halifax, I don't remember, I think it was Nova Scotia, but it was one of those places, and drove those bikes all the way to Alaska. Now they're coming down through Yellowstone and going to South America. Trip of a lifetime for them. And yeah, they're in some cold weather, but they'll be down warm here in a little bit. And anyway, we got to get out of this road that they haven't graded for probably 5 years. It is full of potholes. So anyway, I'll bring you back here when we get to something else exciting. Well, we made it down into the heart of Yellowstone, and as you can see, you got a couple of bison walking. Holds up all the traffic. You know, we've been by 1,000 of them bastards. You would think that people would drive a little faster, but everybody wants to get a picture. But I'm gonna do it on the go. I ain't worrying about it. Oh, this one's coming across in front of us. Guess we gotta wait for him. Boy, those things big. He's just walking around the vehicle. There's a culvert here that they couldn't get. They were walking in the woods and there's a culvert there. Pretty smart. They know enough to come out and go around the car and go right back.
That's so cute.
Yeah. And then we got this big old bruiser in the lead. That's some hot stuff. I don't know if you can pick it up with a camera, but you can hear that steam roaring underground. Crazy stuff. This is the Arch Steam Vent. This place is like another world. All these little springs are all boiling steam and hot water. And it just goes on and on. Much as a half-mile long. Pretty hospitable place, or inhospitable I should say. Got a big steam vent right here we'll walk up and check out. This is Puffin Stuff Geyser. You can hear the old water just boiling in there. Crazy. I was right over there just a minute ago. I went up on this hogback here, and on the other side. And on this other side is just a bunch of boiling water. Sorry for the wind noise, but it is windy. Looks almost like a moonscape out here. We're gonna follow the tour around. Don't know if you can hear that thing gurgling, but hopefully here in a minute we'll get it erupting. It erupts every 10-15 minutes. I'll bring you back when she goes off. Okay, it's been 2-3 minutes. I had the camera shut off, but we're starting to see some action. done, it goes right dry. Yeah, when it gets done, yeah.
Oh, they turned it off.
Show's over.
Yeah.
Yeah, just trying to. Wow.
Just drains all back. So this is the back basin that we didn't walk around. We just don't have time because it would take another couple hours to go around that. Pretty cool stuff though. That's it. We showed up at Old Faithful just about 2 minutes before she blew. How can you beat that for timing? It's cold out here. Carol, she's all buttoned up. It's windy. Well, it's another day and we're in a different type of area. We're out of Yellowstone. Yellowstone's up there beyond them mountains, or in them mountains. And we are out in Wyoming in the high desert. We came out 5 miles out of our way to see this, and then we got 30 miles to go on dirt roads. I mean, we're talking dirt roads. This one ain't been graded for years. And I'll take you in and show you the sign. This is a 42nd parallel. I'm not going to hold the camera long enough for you to read it all. Just go ahead and pause it or whatever you need to do. But this is where we're at. And yeah, it's just an interesting place. We got petroglyphs 30 miles that way. Don't know where we're going to be, but probably out of this high desert. Carol, she's going for a walk. She walks every chance she gets because she hates riding. But beautiful country. We just stopped to talk to a couple of guys, and they said, be careful, they said, because you can take dirt roads and just keep taking dirt roads, and they said you run out of gas eventually. And they said, big country out here. So, but we are following signs. You can see there's a sign out there. So we're being pretty careful to stay on county roads. This one is not a county road. The other one that we're following out that way 5 miles is, so we got to go back. So anyway, we're just rambling on back roads today. Probably won't have much else interesting, although there is supposed to be a big rock pillar growing out of the ground there somewheres down here. We'll go see that. I'll walk you over here so you can see the sign. So the boar's tusk, that's what that rock formation is out of the ground. Yeah, we've come from Highway 28, so we've come 26 miles out here on these dirt roads. And you can see we still got quite a few miles to go. We're going to eventually come out 44 miles further. So anyway, we just got back onto a good road, 83 County Road. And yeah, so we just went 5 miles to that historic site. And yeah, kind of neat. So they're pretty good roads actually. The beauty of these roads is there's almost no traffic. We've met one vehicle out here, and that was them guys we talked to, and they said be careful about where you go, they said, because you can run out of fuel. So a lot of roads out here, awful big area. It just goes on and on to the horizon. So anyway, I'll bring you back when we get to that boar's tusk or petroglyphs or something. We just came up this road right here, wind it up, and it went right down through there and wound back around. It said that there was a historical marker out here 3 miles. Of course, a lot of cows up here. We went to 3 miles, went right back to that 42nd parallel monument that was back there. It was just the back way in. We didn't know it, so we just wasted, 15 minutes. Because this right here is pretty rough, that road right there. But it'll go right down behind that mound as an intersection. And we're up here on top of this beautiful mesa up here. I mean, it's unbelievable. It's just, the back roads of Wyoming are something else. And anyway, we're gonna go down after we eat some lunch and continue out there. I don't know where it goes after it disappears there, but we're gonna go see that boar's tusk and whatever else is in store. Carol's getting her peanut butter and graham crackers out. I'm gonna have a couple granny bars. It's 12 o'clock sharp, and we're still a couple hours from being anywhere where you can get food, but we got plenty of water, plenty of food. It's just not a normal meal. So anyway, I'll bring you back here when we get out the other way. Well, that's the boar's tusk, and there's a piece of crap road getting out here, and I don't know if this road here goes around it or not, but it's a road. We've been following roads to dead ends all day, so 1:30 in the afternoon we started in these things, about 9:30? So we've been out here for quite a while on these back roads. So, oh, big hole in the road. You can see there's some awful, these roads aren't much, and the one coming out to this thing is a single lane all the way, and I wouldn't come out to it if I didn't have a four-wheel drive, because if you meet somebody you got to get out of the road, and there's about a foot berm all the way around it, or on both sides of your road, I should say. Got a cow watering tank out here. That's probably where this road goes. Who knows? Got cows everywhere. But anyway, we'll ride around this thing. Look at that nice cow, huh? All kinds of them out here. Watering tanks right over there. Solar powered. So yeah, I don't know what this thing, it looks like it might have been a lava column at some point, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure of the history of it. They don't have any signs, that would be too helpful if they had a sign that said what caused it, but that's the way it goes. So anyway, we'll just beat our way out through this thing and get back to the other side. Yeah, so this is the road. It's Not much of a road. If you meet somebody, somebody's got to get up over the barn. So as you can see, it's just a zigzag out through the woollywags here. Anyway, we're going to get back onto the main road. This is about a couple miles long, and hopefully you don't meet anybody. And we get out of here to someplace interesting again, we'll bring you back. This is the White Mountain Petroglyphs. And we don't know how far we got to walk, but it's up here on the side of the valley. We was, well, you can't see that black boar's tooth. Must be over here too far, I guess.
Yeah, we'll wait till in the corner you can see it.
Yeah, I guess if you get out there, you can see it. It was over here. But anyway, yeah, we're up on the side of the hill. Bring you back when we get there. Well, this is what all the fuss was about. About a 2,000 foot walk to get here. And I don't know if all of it's legit. I'm sure some of it is. You know, some of the stuff doesn't really resemble, you know. And it looks like it's been written over and over and over. And I don't think Indians normally would have done that. They would have found another piece of rock. So, you know, who knows what this is. You know, this is supposed to be antlers. Somebody's been after it with chalk so you could see it. And then the deer. You know, that might be original. But a lot of the stuff in here, I don't know. And then, of course, you got your normal vandalism. People can't leave shit alone. Yeah, don't know what that one was. But anyway, yeah, it's all uphill. Go down through a gate right there, and then there's some people way over there. And the car's about another 300-400 feet beyond them. Kind of a neat bunch of rock formation. You can see the nests in there from rats and stuff. All the stuff they've been lugging in. Yeah. So, bunch of critters living around. But I think that's better for you. There you go. Kind of hard walking here. This is some better stuff. But like I say, I don't know. I've seen a lot of the stuff out around other parts of the Midwest, and you know, this stuff here, you know, I don't know.
Zion was better.
Oh, Zion's got a lot better stuff. You know, a lot of this stuff looks like it's been rode over a dozen times, and but I'm not an expert on the stuff either. But it's definitely not the best set of them that I've seen. And they got that same type of antlered deer there, whatever he is, caribou probably, in a lot of places. Looks like some fish maybe. But yeah, kind of interesting. I'll shut the camera off till we get down here. I don't see nothing else right now. Well, maybe there is some right here. No, that's graffiti crap. See, most of the stuff in down in Utah and stuff, they only write on the rocks that don't have any surface wear on them. These red ones. The other stuff, you know, it doesn't show up as good, so they didn't write on that. But this one here, it's got it all right out here in these sandstone faces, so I'm not sure. You know, it's like everything. I'm not really sure what they were trying to do here. Well, this stuff here is real old. You can see how faint it is. This I would believe to be 100% authentic. Then you get to this here. You see how that hasn't aged. You know, a lot of this stuff I think this over here has got quite a bit of authentic stuff in it, but I think it's got some stuff that's been done by people too. You know, this one here looks authentic. It's all the same color. There's nothing looks new. Yeah, I don't know if it's a fish. Kind of looks like some type of a fish, but it could be a an apron of some sort with tassels, you know, and a design across it. I'm not really sure what it is, but some neat stuff here. I'm not saying this isn't worth coming out and looking at, but it's not really as good as what I was hoping it was going to be. But anyway, so we got to walk down this hill here and go through that gate right over there. And what's that? Yeah. So anyway, good view though. What town do you say that was down there? Rock Springs. It's about 20 miles that way. You probably can't see the sparkles off the vehicles down there, but I can. So that's where we're headed, and it is a good road. You get out there and get on that good road, and it's, you know, a 40-mile-an-hour dirt road, so not a big deal. Well, everybody, we're at the Irish Valley in northern Colorado, and it's an absolute beautiful valley. Stuff is right in bloom. Hasn't even gone by yet. A lot of it, some of it has gone by. You can see the difference. But somewheres over here there's supposed to be some more petroglyphs. We're going to walk over, take a look. Now this one here looks a little more original than them other ones. They've been napped in fairly deep. Whoever it was did this was probably napping with a, you know, real hard stone or something metallic, because it was definitely napped in. So, you know, and you don't know how old it is. So they think these 1,500 years. So yeah, that would explain why they're all, you know, rust colored like the rest of this stuff. And I'm sure if you want to climb around, there's probably more of them up here, you know, on them flat surfaces. They usually didn't do just one rock, but sometimes they did. But it's a pretty place. Beautiful place. So, looks like there might be some farms maybe out here. I don't know. As power runs out through here. So, anyway, we just stopped at a little rest area here just to get out and stretch our legs. So we are out here in northern Colorado. We've just been driving almost an hour on this Route 10, County Road 10. And we came all up over them mountains and them mesas, I don't know. We've been going for almost an hour. And 10 continues out that way. And you can see it way out here a little bit. So we got a long way to go. We don't know where it goes. All we do is make sure that we're on the truck compass. We're headed, you know, east, south, somewheres in that direction. And yeah, we've gone through, I think, by 4 houses on the way, here and there. And only maybe 2 of them were lived in. But anyway, yeah, still having fun. Well, everybody, how you doing? I'm kind of in a strange habitat here. As you can see, we're out in a cornfield in Iowa. And Carol just took off in a big tractor with a lady that owns, well, one of the owners, in family operation. And it's Louisa Farms, Louisa Gold Farms, I guess it is. And we were sitting there watching them on the side of the road, and the lady come over and asked Carol if she wanted to ride. So, just kind of a nice thing. Pretty nice hospitality. So, they're gone. She's in that big tractor there, sitting in the buddy seat, and she's gonna take a load of corn here in a minute. So, anyway, I don't know if I'm gonna get much close footage of them or not, but we'll see what comes up. I guess you're about done unloading anyway.
That thing, when it's going, it does 3.7 bushels per second. It dumps out that.
Wow, 3.7 bushel a second.
It'd make a big mess in a hurry.
Yeah, I guess it would.
And that auger will unload, well, if she speeds it up, it'll do a lot more than that, but she runs it real slow. And we put about 1,000 bushels on there. Okay.
Yeah, this is pretty nice. What's your name?
Bob.
Bob.
Bob Utter. U-T-T-E-R. Like butter without the B.
Yeah, this is Bob Utter.
And that's Nancy, N-A-N-C-E. I don't, her mom and dad must not have known how to spell.
And anyway, we're gonna swap, me and Carol.
Well, you're going to have to leave us your address because if we come to Maryland, we're going to stop and see you.
We're in Maine.
Or Maine.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Definitely.
We have a camper. Just a minute. Let me slow down here. Let the dust clear.
Here.
And we like to travel and go around
And I'm gonna need a lesson on the door latch.
Okay, it's right here.
Oh, way in the middle. Okay. All this high-tech stuff. Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome anytime.
We'll, I actually got a card in the truck. We'll get it for you before we leave.
Yeah, give it to Nancy here.
Yeah.
Because I'm serious.
You come on up.
Hey, we'll stop.
Sure. We'll see you later. Thank you. Now, do you have cameras or are you just watching for the
I'm just watching.
flash?
But I got numbers right here I'm watching.
Oh, okay. It's beautiful stuff coming out, isn't it?
Yeah.
I always tell Carol, anytime we ever watch somebody from a distance, it's like, boy, that corn is beautiful when it's pouring out. Probably some people just see money, but it's awful pretty just the same.
No, I got lots of pictures of the corn.
I bet you do. Yeah.
I think it's really pretty too.
Yeah. Now when you sell your corn, do you sell it by the bushel or by the ton?
By the bushel.
It is by the bushel, but they do it by weight.
Oh yeah.
So what's corn, like 40 some pounds?
56.
56, oh it's heavy. 56 pounds to the bushel.
And a soybean is 60.
Geez, you wouldn't think a soybean would be heavier than a corn, would you?
No. There's 60 pounds to the bushel and corn is 56.
So now we're riding in an 8330 and we're riding with Nancy. This is Bob's wife and we're gonna go pick up another load. Pretty cool, these folks kind enough to give us some rides. Well, when we started riding, we was way down in this area here. He's probably done close to, I don't know, 8 acres or so, 10 acres, quite a lot. And this is the auger cart there just taking off. Her son gonna drive the truck. She's moved it up to a different truck. That other truck was full. I'm not
Head
gonna
south
go.
on O Avenue toward Iowa 92 West.
Be quiet. Guess she's gonna quiet down. But yeah, Bob and Nancy, husband and wife, and they're a good team together. She's got a grandson with her now. That's why I got out of the tractor. So I don't know how many more trips Carol's gonna make. She can ride as long as she wants, as long as the guy wants her. So anyway, you never know what's going to happen on a trip. I'm actually going to give them a card here before we leave, and they said if they come to Maine they'll look us up. Nice people. Anyway, that might be this for this video. I'm not sure. We'll see what else happens today. Well everybody, we are on day 7, 8. Yeah. 7. Anyway, 7 or 8. I think it's 8. She thinks it's 7. So we'll figure that out later. But we are in a cemetery in Deadwood, South Dakota, right? Yeah, Deadwood, South Dakota. And this is where Calamity Jane is buried. And Bill Hickok is buried. And it is steep on the side of a hill. I mean, there's not much flat about it until you get out on that point. But we're going to walk down, walk up where they're buried. take a little quick video of it. Hope you enjoy something a little different here. We're kind of trying to time it so that there's not a bunch of people down there, so we'll see who's down there when we get there. Didn't live very old, did she? Yeah. And this is where Bill Hickok is buried. That was her last request, was to be buried beside him, so close. Anyway, he was murdered, assassinated, whatever you want to call it. 39 years old. So anyway, that is Wild Bill Hickok. Yeah, we're a long ways up. You can't see much, but this is Deadwood. It's a pretty town to drive through, but it's all full of gambling houses and all that crap, so it doesn't interest me in the least. But the cemetery I thought was cool, so we came up here, and now we're going to head to Lead, which is spelled L-E-A-D like lead, but they pronounce it Lead because they spell it the same. It's a lead that goes into a mine, which I would just call a tunnel, but anyway, you know, people gotta frig with the English language, you know how it is. So anyway, yeah, we'll bring you back, we'll get to the next town. This is a big open pit mine at Lead. I'll show you the sign about it.